Hi everybody, Barry Johns here. Welcome back to another edition of Studio Talk. Today we're going to talk about Avid yet again. What is going on with Avid? Are they in trouble? Is Carbon not selling? Are they not moving product the way they should? Are they having some problems unloading some HDX cards? What's going on? Well, let's talk about that. A couple of days ago, my inbox started getting flooded with a lot of emails from various vendors telling me that Avid is now giving away a free copy of Pro Tools Ultimate. That's right, a free copy of Pro Tools Ultimate. As you can see here, that thing's normally $2,600, okay? And they're giving away a free copy of it if you buy the Carbon interface. At the end of the day, normally Carbon comes with a 1-year subscription of Pro Tools Native, after which you'll need to either continue on with that subscription or buy yourself a Perpetual license, okay? And so now they're throwing in Pro Tools Ultimate for free. Now, I don't know what's going on there. Something's kind of up. Makes you wonder, why in the world would they give away something so valuable with this interface? Is it because this interface is just not selling as well? I did a recent video of where I was talking about Avid and basically saying, have they finally gotten it, or is it too late? And one of the things, the highlights that I put in that video is I thought Pro Tools Carbon was, kind of a nice little light at the end of the tunnel. I thought it was something pretty awesome for home studio users. I know in that particular video, I got a lot of comments from people, and I expected these comments, to be honest with you. A lot of comments saying DSP is dead. Nobody needs DSP today. Well, I'm going to have to agree to disagree with you. I think some of the folks out there that think that, they're doing workarounds for the most part, or they're not doing really big sessions. Once you've used a DSP-based system, you quickly learn its benefits and learn to appreciate it. So let's talk about some of the workarounds that other interfaces put or give you when you buy their interfaces to help you with no latency monitoring. Typically, they'll give you their own GUI that you have to use in front of your DAW that enables you to basically monitor the input of the interface before it hits your DAW, okay? And so that enables you to record with no latency. Now, some of these, the more expensive ones, will throw in some plugins, some proprietary plugins that they've come out with to utilize along with it, a lot of EQ and compression, which I would argue EQ is something you don't really need to be able to hear in your cans when you're tracking, but compression is. Compression is something that a vocalist, especially if it's an intimate song, will help get them in the vibe. I'm not suggesting that you track it, print it to tape, as you would say in the old days. But ultimately, to track through it, to give that vibe, that's important. And I don't know of very many singers who actually want to sing without hearing a good quality reverb in their cans. So, depending on which interface you're using, some of these have that, and that's a nice addition if they do. If they don't, ultimately, I found those particular workarounds to be inferior. One of the advantage to a DSP-based solution, especially within Pro Tools, whether you're using HDX or old traditional TDM, is that you simply don't ever have to think about that. You don't have to worry about pulling up one GUI in front of another. You don't have to worry about working separately from your GUI into your session within Pro Tools. You simply just hit the record button and away you go. You never have to think about buffer. You never have to worry about freezing or unfreezing tracks, things like that. Okay, so there's a strong case for DSP. If there wasn't, many of you would not be using Universal Audio's Apollo interfaces. That's one of the big selling points with that particular interface. And they've also come up with Luna, which really is doing what Pro Tools HD and Pro Tools HDX has been doing for a very long time. I would argue that the Apollo interfaces are better and a better value than Carbon per se. simply because you get to work with all those amazing plugins. And so ultimately you can decide whether that's right for you. So, but Avid is obviously feeling the heat from somewhere. Most of your major post facilities, your network broadcasts, your TV, all that stuff, they've already invested in their HDX cards. It's not like there's new networks popping up left and right to buy HDX cards, okay? And ultimately, if you already own a version of Pro Tools, Ultimate, you're not looking to buy a new one. You're already getting sucked into that annual subscription. If you're a business, that's no big deal. But for users like you and me, that is a big deal. So something's definitely going on at Avid. I find it very interesting, to say the least, that they're willing to give away $2,600 piece of software that definitely you could argue it ain't worth $2,600. Let's face it, okay? But at the end of the day, that's what it costs if you want to get into that game. And I also find it incredibly interesting that they're giving away a perpetual license. Avid has been trying to get us users away from Perpetual for a very long time. And I mean a very long time. They want to get us into subscription to keep the annual revenue coming in. I get it from a business model, but it's terrible from a user's perspective. If it were more reasonably priced, I think people can understand that. But historically, that's not been the case. So something's up with Avid. I don't know what's going on, but they've got to be in some kind of trouble, because I originally recorded this video yesterday, and then one of my watchers kind of pointed out that I'd gotten an important fact wrong. I thought that they were giving away a 1-year subscription to Pro Tools Ultimate. But at the end of the day, no, he told me, no, they're giving away the perpetual license. I went back and did my homework, and yeah, he was right. So I yanked that video down, and I decided to redo this today. So, because that changes the narrative quite a bit at the end of the day. Now, if you're on a Pro Tools Ultimate plan and it's expired, like many out there who said, I'm not paying that annual $400 anymore, and maybe it's been expired for some time, but yet you've seen some of the new features that Avid has put into Pro Tools over the last year or so, and you're saying, hey, I want that. Well, if you want to get back on your plan, that's an additional $999 that will cost you to be able to get your lapsed Pro Tools Ultimate plan back up to date. And so this, and if you're looking for a new interface, this may be a way to go for you. This may be the way to go for you. Maybe there's somebody out there who will buy your lapsed Pro Tools Ultimate plan that you have, or perpetual license that you have. Probably not, but maybe so. But anyway, it's giving you that Pro Tools Ultimate all over again. Now, you could argue, why do I need Pro Tools Ultimate if I've got Carbon? Well, that's a good point. So most users out there really don't know what the benefits of Pro Tools Ultimate and HDX are. And so when you're talking HDX, that's the ability to really be able to grow and use a ton of inputs, and of course get your DSP processing. But you get the DSP processing with the Avid Carbon unit. So you don't really need HDX for that. Okay, and so after that, so what are you getting with Pro Tools Ultimate? And at the end of the day, not much. You have the ability to do surround sound. Okay, so how many of you people out there are like me and you're doing surround sound all the time? Hey, wait. There's 2 monitors back there. I don't do surround sound. Okay, so that box gets unchecked. Get that check out of there, because that ain't happening. Okay, how many of you guys out there use multicam video stuff and multi-streams of audio? Well, I do. I hate to say it, not for this channel, of course, but I do that. But I find that handy in there. But I don't really need to do that. But ultimately, guys like you and me, on average, aren't needing that kind of a workflow. There are some other minor features that come with it, but ultimately, what Ultimate gives you, hey, pun intended, I guess, what it gives you at the end of the day is the ability to work with HDX. I have a D command back there that requires Pro Tools HD or Ultimate to work. It doesn't work with native as of today. If it did, I wouldn't. I'm currently on Pro Tools Ultimate with an HD native, but I've had that for a very long time, and so I see no need to make any changes whatsoever. But if I were starting all over again today, I wouldn't go the route. I wouldn't go Pro Tools Ultimate and HD native, not even close. I'd go regular Pro Tools. And I know you guys hate Pro Tools, whatever, leave me alone. At the end of the day, I love Pro Tools. I've been using it for a long time. I'm productive in it. And to me, it fits like a glove. So if you don't like it, that's fine, whatever. But don't go bashing Pro Tools and me using Pro Tools. No, it's not the industry standard anymore. Shoot, there is no industry to even mention anymore. Where is that industry? It's all been annihilated because guys like you and me can do this in our home studios. So that's a good thing for all of us at the end of the day. But, only the elite studios are using Pro Tools HDX. HDX is primarily used in audio and video and post facilities, where they're doing movies and things like that. Maybe that next Iron Man movie, if there is such thing, but he died, didn't he? So anyway, maybe not that movie, but I wish he hadn't have died. I like Iron Man, but anyway, so I don't know. Something's up. Something's going on. I don't know how to really take that. I'm curious to see what you guys think about the fact that they're giving away a Perpetual license. Now, for those of you who may not know what Perpetual is, well, that's what you've been doing in your DAW for a long time. You buy it and you own it. Simple as that. Don't got to pay any more money unless they come out with an updated version and you feel compelled that those new features are worth paying that upgrade price. Otherwise, you own that software. You don't have to keep paying money if you don't want to. Well, that's what Avid calls a Perpetual license. I think it's a little bit ridiculous, but at the end of the day, that's the way it works. It's their multi-level marketing Ponzi scheme by Avid. I think it's a little ridiculous. But anyway, as you know, I'm an Avid hater and a Pro Tools lover, baby, and that's what I'm going to keep doing. So at the end of the day, I hope you guys like the subjects that I talk about here on this show. The response from you guys has been a little bit overwhelming. I appreciate it. So if you would, there's a little thing coming up down below, that like button, that subscribe button, that notification bell. If you could hit all of those little TikTok things down there, that would really help me out and help me grow this channel so I can buy some more gear. Who knows? Maybe I'll go out and buy myself a Pro Tools Carbon. I don't think so. But anyway, so leave some comments down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. Am I crazy for what I'm thinking? I don't know. Maybe I am, but something's just not right in Denmark. And if you live in Denmark, I'd love to come see you. I'm sure it's a great place to go. So anyway, at the end of the day, I say that a lot, don't I? At the end of the day, I'm going to shut up now. All of you people, you know what I want you to do. I want you to have a great, fabulous, incredible, wonderful, over the top, now I'm over the top day.